Thank you. Co-chair, recognize Ms. Boebert from Colorado.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Director Hartig, you've said that history is a prime tool of social justice, and that the museum works to reframe the traditional celebratory narrative of U.S. history. Isn't that just a polished way of saying that you intend to use a taxpayer-funded national museum to push a racial narrative that divides Americans by their skin color and by guilt?
Good morning, ma'am, and thank you for the questions. I have said in a number of my talks that I grow, I think, increasingly confident that history can be a tool.
So you're using taxpayer-funded dollars to divide our country by racism and guilt?
No, ma'am. I'm using the power of history.
Madam Director, you changed the museum's mission away from preserving and presenting American history toward empowering people to create a more just and compassionate future. Who gave you the authority to turn the National Museum of American History into a vehicle for progressive political activism?
So the Smithsonian is a nonpartisan institution. We're very proud of that.
Who decides what is just, ma'am?
I hope we can all agree that we want a just and compassionate future. We do so by preserving and sharing the stories of the past.
And are you rewriting that history? Or
No, ma'am.
No. So you are the one who is over all of this. You are the director.
I am.
And it seems that you have the authority to decide what is just and what is compassionate. What about the tens of millions of aborted babies, the babies that have been killed in America? Where's the justice and the compassion for them?
Ma'am, I believe in a just and compassionate future.
Is it just and compassionate to abort tens of millions of babies?
I'm not here at this hearing to discuss that.
Where's their history?
I am not here at this hearing to discuss that.
Is that not a part of our American history? Did that not happen? Or is it only what you care about? Is it only the issues that you care about and you being cushioned by white privilege and being propped up by your whiteness, as you claim? I'm paraphrasing. Is that what you care about, just racism and making people feel guilty?
No, ma'am. I care about the full richness of the American past. Since 1776, there's an estimated 3 billion people who have been here. So it is an honor of my life.
There's over 50 million babies that have been aborted.
It's the honor of my life to do my best to tell the American
Director,
stories.
you've said that loving America is very complicated. Is it complicated to love your country?
I love my country unconditionally, ma'am.
And okay, so the 250th anniversary of the Declaration, you said that that should be problematized.
Yes, I did, and when historians use that, it means to add new stories.
What about when you
think about it different ways? Pardon me, ma'am?
What about when you use it, Director?
When I use it, I mean to add new stories and think of new objects to tell the American story in all its richness since 1776.
But you're not going to include the babies that were killed? We can't think of those stories, those new stories to share with American people?
Ma'am, we are going to use the 2 million objects in our collection to tell the American story as fully as we can.
There's over 50 million more you can add to that. I believe when the director of America's History Museum finds it complicated to love her country and wants to problematize its founding, I believe that that's the definition of undoing our shared national story. Would you agree?
No, ma'am.
Your museum has minimized or contextualized the founders primarily through slavery and exclusion while elevating narratives of conquest, systematic injustice, and resistance. Is there any version of the American founding you consider worthy of uncomplicated celebration, or is the entire project irredeemably tainted by your view?
So the founding era of the nation occupies 25,000 square feet in our museum. So I'm incredibly proud that we tell the stories of the founding.
Is there any part of it that is uncomplicated, or
Oh, some of it's
we
incredibly
celebrate without complication?
Absolutely, ma'am.
Okay.
Time's up.
Chair,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
as for